Hi, the SI meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Friday, May 30th. A cool morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Low-level east to northeast winds that we've experienced the past 24 to 36 hours or so has weakened somewhat overnight. Still quite cool this morning, but this afternoon promises to be considerably milder than yesterday. Yesterday, temperatures were some 15 to 20 degrees below normal for this time of the year, up and down the I-95 corridor. That ocean flow tends to weaken as we progress through the day today. Will be a little bit of sunshine, but also a little bit of instability in areas north and east of the Pennsylvania-Maryland border. There certainly can be a shower or even a thunderstorm in Philadelphia, New York City, and anywhere up and down the New England coastline later on today into the early part of tonight as a disturbance rotates around from the northeast to the southwest today. Looks like it'll stay dry, though, south of the Mason-Dixon line in areas like D.C. and the Delmarva Peninsula. That precipitation activity pulls out overnight, diminishes overnight, and basically we're setting up for a nice weekend, another nice weekend with comfortable temperatures and humidity levels here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Cannot completely rule out an isolated shower on Saturday in areas like northeastern Pennsylvania, southern part of New York City, but for the most part, another nice weekend shaping up for the I-95 corridor. Let's take a look at the current surface map. A bunch of weak systems really right now. Weak high pressure sitting right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region. A couple of frontal systems in and around the Mid-Atlantic region, but for the most part, quite weak wind flow this morning. Again, that ocean flow of air that has been coming in out of the east or northeast over the past 24 to 36 hours or so has tended to weaken overnight. Still a little bit on the cool side this morning, but there'll be a tendency to warm up this afternoon compared to yesterday when we were way below normal for this time of the year. Here's a current look at the surface observations in the Mid-Atlantic region, just to show that the winds are quite light and quite variable now, as opposed to yesterday morning when they were pretty persistent out of the east and northeast. Still some northeast flow here down into the D.C. metro region, down across the Delmarva. But notice here across southeastern Pennsylvania and even along the Jersey coastline, the winds have kind of shifted out of the northwest now, pretty much light and variable around the New York City region, even a little bit of southerly flow here in the southern part of New York. Bottom line is the ocean flow has tended to weaken and will continue to weaken, and that will allow some warming this afternoon compared to yesterday when we were some 15 to 20 degrees below normal in the I-95 corridor. Here's the latest visible satellite imagery loop from the Penn State EWOL site. Notice the still general flow of the clouds is from the north to the south. Lots of low clouds this morning across the D.C. metro region, southern part of Pennsylvania. Some breaks in the clouds can be seen already across New York City, even into south central Pennsylvania. And again, there will be a tendency for cloudy skies this morning to be followed by partial sunshine this afternoon. That, too, will help to boost temperatures to warmer levels compared to yesterday when clouds dominated the scene, at least in Philadelphia and D.C. all day yesterday. In fact, there was quite a steady rainfall that developed across the D.C. metro region on Thursday. Well, let's take a look at the computer forecast maps for this afternoon and into the early part of the evening, and then we'll look at the weekend as well. This is using last night's Zero-Z GFS model run. This is for 2 p.m. this afternoon. Notice here the GFS model is actually putting out a little area of low pressure here up across New England with some light precipitation, basically in an orientation north to south to about the New York City region. This is by 2 p.m. this afternoon. Let's now jump ahead 3 hours to late this afternoon. And by late this afternoon, notice that precipitation kind of drops farther to the south into the southeastern part of Pennsylvania, continues to kind of enhance a little bit up across New England with a little bit of a depiction of a low pressure area rotating around from the northeast to the southwest. Let's now jump ahead another 3 hours to early this evening. And here's the forecast map for 8 p.m. this evening. And notice that light precipitation all the way down into southeastern Pennsylvania, across southern part of New Jersey, and throughout New England here. Again, not a heavy rainfall, but certainly, and also a little bit of low pressure is still depicted here by the GFS. Certainly can be a shower or even a thunderstorm all the way down to about the Pennsylvania-Maryland border and northward through New York City region and up across New England this afternoon into the early part of the evening. D.C., Delmarva Peninsula probably remains completely rain-free later on today. Certainly cannot completely rule out a shower moving down into the northern part of Maryland, northern Virginia, but it looks to be dry there later on today. This activity pulls out, diminishes overnight tonight, and now let's jump ahead to the forecast map for Saturday morning. By Saturday morning, that precipitation kind of diminishes and moves eastward off the eastern coastline. Here's high pressures dominating the scene now across the southeastern part of Canada. Still kind of a northerly flow of air. It certainly will not be a hot weekend. It looks like comfortable temperatures, perhaps even a tad below normal for this time of the year, with high temperatures generally in the 70s on both weekend days throughout the I-95 corridor from D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. Let's now jump ahead to the Saturday evening forecast map. Saturday evening, high pressure continues to dominate the northeastern quadrant here of the U.S. Still basically a north to northeast flow of air, even a little bit of precipitation depicted here by the GFS model. Cannot completely rule out a shower late tomorrow in the eastern part of Pennsylvania, especially northeastern Pennsylvania, southern part of New York, but for the most part, a partly sunny day, perhaps mostly sunny in parts of the Mid-Atlantic region. And then it gets even better on Sunday. Let's now jump ahead to the Sunday morning forecast map. By Sunday morning, high pressure just sits right on top of the Mid-Atlantic region. Sunday looks to be a great day. Still comfortable temperatures and humidity levels. Mostly sunny all day on Sunday. So it looks like Sunday will probably a little bit better of a day compared to Saturday. Saturday, a mix of clouds and sun. An isolated shower cannot be completely ruled out in parts of eastern Pennsylvania, southern part of New York, but all in all, a decent day, and then a very nice day on Sunday. And then, similar to last week at the same time frame, warmer air will be pushing in on Monday. Notice this red line right here. That will continue to push from the west to the east, and warmer air pushes into the I-95 corridor on Monday. Temperatures likely reaching the 80s up and down the I-95 corridor. And then we'll have the threat for showers and thunderstorms return by late Monday night and Tuesday. That threat for showers and thunderstorms will probably continue on Wednesday as well. Late next week, we'll be looking towards the Gulf of Mexico for some possible signs of tropical activity. I posted a blog on that topic yesterday at the climate info section of the website. There certainly can be some tropical activity late next week into the weekend, the early part of the following week in the Caribbean area or the Gulf of Mexico, so we'll monitor that. June 1st, Sunday, June 1st, is the official beginning of the Atlantic Basin hurricane season. Stay tuned to the SIWeather.com for any possible updates later today. I'm meteorologist Paul Dorey.